What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to the whole A Game Nation. Salute to all of the visionaries out there. I see y'all in the building. I see everybody coming through. I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Salute to y'all. We definitely got another show lined up today, of course. So make sure y'all hit that like button for me, family. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Make sure y'all hit that like button. After y'all hit the like button, make sure y'all share the show. Share the show. Share it on your community tab, your Discord servers. Anywhere that you share videos, make sure you share this show because we're going to get into it today. We're going to get into it. So, once again, shout out to all the visionaries. Shout out to the whole A Game Nation. Salute to the A Game family. Let me get over here to the chat room and give some shout outs. Shout out to my brother, Sir O in the building. Salute. Shout out to Miss Canasia. Salute to you. Appreciate you. Much love. Shout out to my brother Walt Diddy in the building. Salute my brother, A Game family. Salute. Shout out to my brother Larry Vaughn. Salute. And I'm gonna take that into consideration, my brother. I appreciate that. And shout out to you, man. Shout out to Sheed in the building. Shout out to Miss Queena in the building. As always, much love to you. Appreciate you holding it down as always. Shout out to Bronze Dip in the building. Salute. Much love to you. Appreciate your support. Shout out to my man Third Ward in the building. Salute. Yeah, we're going to get into that today, bro. We're going to get into that, man. See who else up in here. Shout out to my man Rob Mack in the building. Salute, fam. Shout out to E313 in the building. Shout out to the Crimson Cure, A Game family. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for tuning in as always. Shout out to Gold P in the building. What's going on, Gold P? Salute. Salute to my brother, the Book of Ronan, A Game family. Salute my brother. Brown Hornet. Salute, family. Salute. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to everybody that's listening in the clouds. Like I said, make sure y'all hit the like button and make sure y'all share today's show. And y'all see today's show, Black Men and Their Spiritual Hangups. Black men and their spiritual hangups. Now, I know y'all probably be like, yo, DS1, why you harp so much on this spiritual stuff? Why you always talking about this spiritual stuff, this moral stuff, and, all these people running around here talking about morals, and, why you go so hard about that? Why do you go so hard about that, DS1? What is your issue with Black men and spirituality? And, why you go so hard about that? Why you go so hard? I'm going to show you why. Here's why. Here's why. This is why. Because I was taught from a young boy that your foundation as a man is supposed to be truth if you are a man. If you are a man, your foundation, what you supposed to stand on as a man, everything that you build upon, the foundation of it must be truth. This is what I was taught. So I'm only teaching what I was taught. And it's just so happened that I met a great brother. Salute to my big brother, Father's Time. And he understands that the foundation of every man is truth also. You see? And I've met other brothers also in the A Game Nation, such as my brother, the Book of Ronan, such as my brother, the Bishop. You see? Such as my brother, Walt Diddy. You see? And these guys' foundation is spirituality too. It's truth. See, you can't teach something you know nothing about. See, that's what I was taught. If you don't know what you're talking about, shut up and listen. You see? If you don't know what you're talking about, right? Shut up and listen. Shut up and learn. See, I'm not going to get up here and teach black men about something I don't know about. I'm not going to get up here and put on the show because I'm not a clown. You see? So I'm only teaching what I was taught. You see? This is why I showed y'all the 10 life value system, because the first value is spiritual value. And see, the first hang up that black men have is black men don't stand on no truth. That's the problem. That's the problem. There's too much of us rooted in falsehood. I.e., when I simplify that, fake shit. There's too much of us who are immersed in fake shit. Lies. Things that appear to be real, but they're not. This is the problem, black men. This is a spiritual hang-up. If you deny spiritual value, that should tell you right there that you have a problem. You see? Because you can't say you a righteous man, you a man that stand on truth, but then deny spirituality. See, you can't have it both ways. It don't work like that. It just doesn't. To stand on the truth is to be a spiritual man. You see? To be a thinking black man is to be a spiritual man. You see? Because the foundation of every man is supposed to be truth. But when you look at black men today, what do you see what is our foundation? What is our foundation today? A bag? Bullshit. Bullshit. Black men are rooted in consumerism today. You see, because that's the fact that we are not rooted in truth. which is the first spiritual hang up. It leads into the second spiritual hang up, which is the commitment to bullshit. See, when you're not rooted in truth, you live your whole life bullshitting, being a bullshit kind of dude. This is why you don't get the respect you think you deserve, because you're a bullshit artist. And you know why you a bullshit artist? Because you don't stand on truth. You don't. You don't. See, a lot of things that we've dumbed down when it comes to interacting with each other as men, it really stems back to spiritual issues. See, because a lot of y'all don't understand that your emotions is a spiritual thing. And when you can't control them, you see? See, because the reason why black men hate each other so much is because that's a spiritual hang up for black men. We have to understand that that's a spiritual hang up. That's what that is. And it is because we forgot who we are. We've lost our value. You see? This is why it's easy for black men to backstab each other, to backbite each other. Because there's always a little smidget of hatred that black men have for each other. You see? That's always there. Because of what? Because we've lost the knowledge of ourselves. Because we start to not value the knowledge of who we are. We started to put more value into this world, into the lost value system, instead of putting all of that energy and all of that stock into us. See, because that is what has always made black men a threat. What has always made black men a threat is these internal 5 values. It is not the external 5. It is the culmination of the internal and the external. You see? The Black Panther Party didn't just have their strength because they had spiritual value, they were healthy. No, they also had after-school programs. They also had food lines and food banks. See, Marcus Garvey just didn't have the internal 5, he had the external too. You see? It is a culmination of both. This is why I say we have to heal before we build. Internal 5, then the external. Our leaders were spiritual black men. You cannot denounce spirituality and then shout out Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam. Okay? You cannot denounce spirituality, but then talk about Dessalines and Toussaint L'Ouverture from Haiti, because they won that war spiritually. See? You can't talk about science and the sciences without talking about spirituality. You see? See, so if you wonder why, no matter how much money you make, you just never seem to feel satisfied, it's because you're dealing with these spiritual hangups. You're dealing with these spiritual hangups. You're still dealing with spiritual affliction. You see? See, because what's going to stop the hatred between black men? What's going to stop that? What's going to stop these street beefs? There's still brothers in the streets killing each other in the names of Bloods and Crips, GDs, folks, vice lords. Why do you think that hatred still exists? Because the lost value system is presented as the winning value system. See, you brothers don't understand this. And when you go back and you look at the Bloods and you look at the Crips and you look at the GDs and you look at the BDs and you look at their literature, it is based in what? Spirituality. It is based in spirituality. But see, when you practice the lost value system, this is why the streets has no more what? Order and structure. The streets has no more order and structure. It's a full-out war with black men on each other. Why? Because how can I genuinely have love for you and I'm trying to get more money than you? I'm trying to be better than you. See, this is what the lost value system tells black men. See, if you're looking at this diagram correctly, you'll notice that the internal values is at the bottom. You see the spiritual hang up? You hung your spirituality up. This is what happens, and this is what happened even with the street organizations. This is why they got the black men out of the way, the leaders out of the way. So now it's no longer about community revolution and progress. Now it's no longer about brotherly love overriding oppression and destruction, because they killing their own brothers. You got blood on blood beef. You got crip on crip beef. So how is it about community revolution when we still tearing up the communities? How is it about growth and development when the kids is getting killed? Who the fuck is growing? The kids are dying at 9. Who growing? Who growing? Niggas' bank accounts? Why niggas is dying in the streets? Why babies is dying in the streets? It ain't about growth and development. It ain't about that no more. You know what a disciple is? Do you know what a disciple is? Come on, man. What happened to that? What happened to that? I'm going to tell you what happened to it. This is what happened to it. The value system has changed. So now we don't value each other. And this is why we got the war in the streets. This is why we got the goddamn war on the internet. We got the war on the internet. Black men can't get along. Black men can't get along. There's always somebody hating each other. Oh, he hating, or he hate me, and oh, sucker shit. This is what happens when this is at play. See, when this is at play, you always gonna think somebody hating on you. You always gonna think somebody hating on you. You always think somebody don't like what you got. You always gonna feel that way. You know why? Because you're dealing with spiritual hangups. You're not as confident. Money can't buy confidence. Okay? Money don't buy self-security. You see? You still got all these spiritual hangups, so you don't get along with other men. You don't get along with other men because you can't deal with men who got a strong sense of self. You see? A man around you can't feel or have a strong sense of himself. He got to feel like he beneath you. He got to dick ride you. He got to hold your nuts to the finish line. Because you insecure. Because you're dealing with spiritual hangups. You're dealing with spiritual hangups. This is the problem that black men have. This is why we can't get along. This is why we can't get along. This is why. Because there is a what? Commitment to bullshit. It's a commitment to bullshit. We're more committed to looking better than each other than building with each other. We always trying to outdo each other. This is what we do. This is what we're about. These are spiritual hangups. These are spiritual hangups. Shout out to the Crimson Cure. I appreciate you, love. Appreciate the super sticker. Make sure y'all like and share the show. These are spiritual hangups. This is what y'all don't understand this. Conflict is a spiritual thing. I just spoke on the conflict. This is spiritual. Conflict creators. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Conflict creators. You niggas want to create conflict more than you create content. Because you're dealing with a spiritual hangup. See? And you want me to partake in the conflict. Nah. No. See, because I understand that this is a spiritual war. So I don't take the devil's bait. That's what this is about. If you ever around brothers in the chat room, and you're wondering why you can never get right with certain brothers, it's because those brothers are dealing with a lot of spiritual hangups. And not saying that you don't, but your spiritual hangups don't affect how you treat another brother. You see? because you're not committed to bullshit. Because you understand exactly what spirituality is about. See, when you talk about the black man's character, what do you think a man's character is built on? When they say, oh, it's just something about his energy, that's his spirit, that's his aura, his energy field. See? That's why a lot of you dudes don't want to get on camera. Because your energy bad. It's going to show all on your face. Spiritual hangups, man. We keep a lot of bullshit up with each other as black men because of these hangups. Because of these hangups. It's because of these hangups, man. See, don't act like we ain't never been around no dudes that got money and who's a hater. There's plenty of dudes with money who are haters. They haters. They hate on dudes who got less than them. They always worrying about what somebody who got less than them are doing in life. This is a spiritual hang-up. See, because you rather focus on what that dude don't got to make yourself feel like you have so much. See, I get it. I understand how this works. You see, that's a spiritual hang-up because you're really insecure. You're really insecure. And we got to stop this type of shit, black men, because it don't get us nowhere. You know what it leads to? Gunfire. You know what it leads to? Prison. You know what it leads to? A funeral home. That's where it leads to. Because you got to understand, as black men, we wake up every goddamn day fighting demons. We wake up every day fighting demons. See, I understand. I understand. You see? And when you start progressing and you start doing more and you start, getting some momentum and accomplishing things, you start feeling like more and more people don't like you. You start thinking more and more people don't want to see you successful more than when you weren't successful. see, all that is the lost value system kicking you in your ass, telling you better stay a savage, nigga. Don't you do nothing with that money you got, nigga. Don't you dare. Them niggas hate you. Them niggas don't want you with nothing. See, that's the lost value system talking to you. Look. I told you could do it. Think about the movie Ghost Rider. Think about the movie Ghost Rider. When Ghost Rider grants you your wish. Think about that. Think about that. And what happens? Shout out to Rob Mack. Appreciate you, my brother. He said, powerful truth. Salute, family. What happens? What happens to those people's lives? See, because this is another example of commitment to bullshit. That materialism, that consumerism, that love, and that lust. and that gluttony and that greed kick in because that bag is there. So you can't resist walking past the Louis store, nigga. What? I could buy sneakers whenever I want. I could go on vacation when I want. And in Ghost Rider, you have people who ask to be granted that fortune. And what happens? They get those things. But what happens? They become miserable. Their health declines. They start looking old. Why do you think this happens? It is because you've lost your internal value. And this is what happens when you become committed to bullshit. You lose your internal value. You sacrifice your internal value. You give it away. You do away with it. You become a worldly person. This is why you can't be my brother. See, because I'm in the world, I'm not of it. So I don't covet what another man has. So I can never be a hater. You know, being fat and being a hater, it don't go together, bro. So DS1 can never be a hater. Because being fat and being a hater, nah. And I'm handsome. So that don't fit right with me. Fat, handsome, hater, nah. Mm-mm. And it is because I'm not in love with this world. See, because I understand what this world is. See, because I really come from struggle. I really come from the bottom. You see, a lot of people want to grandize this street shit and struggle, and no, we don't grandize that stuff. See, because all that's doing is showing that you still committed to that mentality. No, I really come from nothing. I really come from when it rains outside, it rains in my house. I come from that. And when you come from humble beginnings like that, you understand what it is to have character. You understand what it is to have morals. You understand what it is to have integrity. You see? Because that same integrity stopped me from probably robbing one of y'all. See? That integrity. That knowledge of self. That's why I didn't harm none of my brothers when I was doing what I was doing. And I'm not saying what I was doing was still a good thing, but I made sure I ain't harm my brothers, man. You see? And black men, if we begin to understand who we are and the importance of us, we'll treat ourselves as such, man. We'll treat ourselves as such. We can't see, we cannot stop complaining about the same shit that we claim we was over from, that we got over with. We're back to square one. We're back to square one. And what is square one? Spiritual value, the truth. See, it's sad that we have to give a refresher course in truth, but it seems like black men are easily knocked off their square. This is what happens when you follow the lost value system. When you follow the lost value system, your foundation is built on lies. Your house is being built on sand, nigga. Your house is being built on sand. Okay? Your house is being built on sand. When it should be built on what? Solid ground, solid foundation, which is truth. Which is truth. Which is truth. See, when are we going to start telling ourselves the truth? Not your truth, but the truth. Like, no matter how much income black men are getting, we're still last when it comes to health. We're still last when it comes to wealth. We're still last when it comes to education. We're still last when it comes to jobs. We're still last in every category. So explain to me, with all of this money running around, why are we still last in everything? Oh, because it's certain black men who are lazy. Oh, it's certain black men who not focused on the right shit. Oh, it's certain black men who just don't want to do what they gotta do. Oh, so now you're taking up the argument that Cynthia G has with black men, that black men don't want to build shit. You see how you put yourself in the trick bag, black man, when you try to run away from truth? When you try to run away from spirituality, when you try to run away from yourself, you're always met back with yourself. You always are going to come right back and look at yourself. See, because if it's about rugged individualism, right, then you men would actually agree with Cynthia G that you have black men who don't want to build shit. Then you actually agree with her. See? When the truth of the matter is black men don't work as a collective, because as a collective, black men don't stand on truth. As a collective, black men don't have an identity. We don't know who the hell we are. That's the truth. That's the fundamental truth. And with that fundamental truth, where could we move after that? We still haven't passed go. We haven't passed go. We haven't passed go. In the 10 life value system, what? Spiritual value was number one. We haven't passed go. We still sitting around here lying. We still sitting around here lying to ourselves as black men. Still sitting around here lying. Still believing in bullshit, committing ourselves to bullshit. This is why this goes into the third issue dealing with having spiritual hangups, a lack of leadership. A lack of leadership. There's a lack of leadership because there's a lack of agency. See? There's a lack of leadership because we follow a system that keeps black men chaotic. See, the lost value system keeps you a strag and a maggle, black man. That's why y'all can't stop talking about the strag, because you're still a maggle, because you practice the lost value system, just like the strag. Your back feet is just as dirty as us. Yours might have a little blood on it. You see? The lack of leadership comes from what? The lack of agency. The lack of agency comes from what? The lack of SOS between black men. SOS is what? Systems, order, and structure. We follow a what? A lost value system. This is why there's no order, because there's no values in the system. It's all bullshit. That's why it's chaos in the streets dealing with black men. It's chaos here on the internet, in the cyber world, dealing with black men. It's chaos. There's no order when there's no proper system in place. See, you can have a system because we have a system. The system we have here in America is the lost value system. I hope your black men know that. So go ahead and take your screenshots. Go ahead and take your screenshots. This is the system that us black men talk about, that Malcolm talked about, that all of our freedom fighters spoke about. This is the system. This is the American system. You see? It's right here. It's right here. So you are an American, nigga. You are. You are. And you practice the values of an American nigga. Here it is. This is why there's no leadership. This is why there's no leadership. And the so-called leadership we have is what? A bunch of niggas. And what do niggas do? Niggas practice the lost value system. You know, niggas like Al Sharpton. You know, niggas like Jesse Jackson. You know, niggas like Stephen A. Smith. You know, niggas like that. They practice this. That's what they practice. The lost value system. That's why we don't have no leaders. That's why there's no black community. Because the system we under destroys communities. What the hell you think is destroying white suburbia? Oh, you didn't know that they were being destroyed too. Because you only see what happens. to the niggas who look like you. You don't know what's going on with the mother niggas in their neighborhoods, how they getting found in cars dead off Oxycontin and Roxy's. See, what's going on with the mother niggas is going on with us niggas too, because we all practice the American value system. You see? You see? This is why there's no leadership. Because a leader establishes order. A leader sets a proper system in place so there can be order. And with that comes proper structure, proper building. Proper building. But how are we going to build if we don't heal? How are we going to build something practicing this? What are we building? What are we building for black men in the lost value system? Somebody tell me. Since all you niggas chasing the bag and I don't want to be broke. Who the hell wants to be broke in America? You can't afford to be broke in America. But you get money, niggas. Tell me what you gonna build in the lost value system. Tell me. Tell me. I want y'all to tell me what you gonna build in the lost value system. What? What you gonna build? Toxic influence? Y'all already done sent niggas back to the blue pill world. Because y'all don't understand the lost value system. This is the blue pill world. Chase the bag, nigga. That's blue pill. That's blue pill. Chase the bag so you could give it all back to us. It's the Matrix. Blue pill, nigga. Blue pill. Welcome to SheepSTAYSLEEPTV. Why you think it was always called Sheep Stay Sleep? This channel was not for you blue pill niggas. This channel was not for you niggas who want to build your life in existence in the lost value system, in the blue pill world. This content is not for you, Papa. This channel is not for you. Okay? Understand that. This information is for the men who are here for agency. The men who are here to heal and build. Not be committed to bullshit. Not promoting dripping and tricking. Not promoting separation and conflict. See, because that's a representation of a lost value system. Where no matter how much money niggas get, niggas just can't get along. No matter how much money you get. When niggas is broke, niggas is mad. Niggas is angry. When niggas getting money, niggas still mad and niggas is still angry. Riddle me that. Riddle me that, somebody. If getting the money is the prize, then why when you got the money, you're still mad? What you mad at? Why you mad at niggas? Why you got a problem with niggas? Why you conflict creating? You got the prize. You climbed up to the top of the ladder and you grabbed the briefcase, nigga. What you mad at? Oh, I know what you mad at. You mad at this. You mad at this. This what you mad at. This is what you mad at. Continue to be mad, black man. Continue to be mad. Because the truth are going to shake up those demons in you, nigga. That's what the truth does. It scares people and entities who are afraid of the truth. It's always going to offend people and entities who practice this bullshit right here. You're always going to be conflicted. That's your spiritual hang up. Your spiritual hang up is you don't want to hear no truth. I don't want to hear that shit. Shut up. Shut up. I don't want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that preaching shit. I know. I know. Just like you ain't like to take medicine when you was a little boy, but you had to take medicine to get better. I get it. Shout out to Rob Mack for doubling up. He said, Ross, you got to show the chat how agency is the new black leader. When you have time, sir. Salute, my brother. Salute, my brother. Salute. Salute. And we talk about that here all the time, my brother Rob Mack. Because agency is what's going to save us. Agency is what's going to save us. But we're not going to provide agency for each other, my brother, with these spiritual hangups. See, if we keep the beefing, the war going on in the streets, the war going on online, if we keep the commitment to BS, we keep that up, the materialism, the consumerism, the capping, the fronting. If we keep that up, if we keep up the hatred, this is why we don't provide the agency, my brother. This is why we don't provide the agency. It's because of these spiritual hangups. It's because of these spiritual hangups, man. And these spiritual hangups traces right back to a lost value system that incentivizes that black men keep these spiritual hangups because he don't need to fix shit as long as he got some money, because money fixes everything in the lost value system. You see? And in the lost value system, agency is not wanted, my brother. See, because the lost value system is all about rugged individualism. It's like a ladder match. Y'all ever watch wrestling? If y'all ever watch wrestling in the chat, you know in a ladder match, it's who gets to the top of the ladder first and grab the briefcase, grab the championship belt, whatever the prize is. Grab a bag of money. So it's when you practice the lost value system, you're a rugged individual. You're a rugged individual. Because it can't be two at the top. Only one of us could get the bag of money. Only one of us could get the briefcase. Only one of us could get the championship belt. You see? So this is why most black men oppose agency, because they don't know how to go about getting it. They don't see how it can actually manifest. The way it can manifest is first, You have to get rid of the lost value system and begin to value yourself. Value yourself. Spiritual value. Heal. Heal. Because when we're talking about spiritual value, we're talking about abuse. We're talking about anger. We're talking about your challenges. We're talking about your character. We're talking about your choices. We're talking about your commitment. Okay? We're talking about your moral compass, your leadership. How you a leader in your house and you're not spiritual. You're not a leader. You're a maggle. Matter of fact, you are a leader. It's called F19 leadership. Shout out to the Crimson Cure. That's F19 leadership when you practice the lost value system. That's a spiritual hang up. See, all of these things I'm naming off are characteristics of having spiritual value, black man. That's what those are. Examples of spiritual value. You see? You see? So if we're not rooted in that, then how do we get the agency, my brother Rob Mack? We got to heal first. Then we'll be able to see, more brothers will be able to see and understand. But we first got to understand that it starts at step one, which is spiritual value. Which is spiritual value. And a lot of black men, we got a lot of spiritual hangups, man. We got a lot of spiritual hangups that we need to fix, man. We need to work on. And we not doing it for women. Okay? We're not doing it for the woman. You know, because when black men hear the word heal, the first thing they think about is they goddamn mama. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Soon as you hear black man say, brothers, we gotta heal, first thing you think about is your mother. Oh, you trying to be better for a woman? Oh, you a simp. No. 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 I need to heal so I could be a better dad. But the only way I could be a better dad is if I'm a better man. See, it's your woman benefits from you healing. You're not healing because of her. You're healing in spite of her. See, because if you heal from these spiritual hangups, you become a better man. In return, you become a better dad. You become a better brother. In return, you show up in another way to women. Because your conversation, your approach, all of that's going to be different. That has nothing to do with her. You are who you are in spite of her. But this goes back to a spiritual hang-up. This goes back to a spiritual hang-up. These are challenges that black men have. Insecurities. You see? That's what this goes back to. No, you're doing this for you, brother. When the black man heals, shit changes for him. That's what we got to understand, black men. That's it. It changes for shit changes for us. Stop asking black women to do some shit you scared to do. Let me say that again. Stop asking black women to do some shit you scared to do. Because you want black women to heal. You want black women to be better. You want black women to tell the truth and to be honest and just be a grown woman. What you doing? What you doing? When you gonna address your spiritual hangups? So you could be a better man for yourself first. And in return, you'll be a better brother to me. You'll be a better father. You'll be a better leader in the community. You wouldn't be afraid to lead. See, a lot of us are afraid to take our positions because we're afraid to fail. We're afraid to show the world that we imperfect because how the world already judge black men. I get it. I get it. But you got to be fierce. You got to be fearless. And what makes you fearless is that spiritual value, that knowledge of oneself. I get up here every day with my camera on. Ready, willing, and able to be judged every day. But you think I'm going to stop? For what? Jokes? Scrutiny? That comes along with it, black man. That comes along with this shit. We got to address our spiritual hangups so we can be our own agency. Because if we're not our own agency, guess who's our agency? Guess who's our agency? This system and the men who created this system. And the men who created this system and this culture is going to continue to make laws for our environment in which we live in, black men. And we will continue to suffer. And we will continue to suffer because of that. So shout out to everybody in the building. Salute. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all like and share today's show. I appreciate everybody for coming through. I appreciate everybody for coming through. Shout out to everybody. If you hit the Cash App, I appreciate it. If you hit the Super Chat button, I appreciate it. Make sure if you haven't yet, you hit the like button. Also, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I would like to thank y'all for tuning into today's show. Shout out to the A-Game Nation. Salute to all of the visionaries in the chat. Shout out to all my moms for holding it down. I appreciate y'all once again. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV. And remember, brothers, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. But first, we got to heal before we build. We got to heal before we build. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. This show is sponsored, and this channel is sponsored by A-Game, a male herbal solution. A male
herbal solution. Fellas, get down in the description box and join this A-game lifestyle. This is a lifestyle promoting optimal health for us men. It's a lifestyle that promotes optimal health for us men. It is for our energy. It is for our vitality. It is for our strength. And it is for our libido. Fellas, join this A-game lifestyle simply by clicking the link in the description box, and at your checkout, type in the promo code SHEEP and the number 10. That's SHEEP and the number 10. Get a discount off on your purchase.